Hi guys, I'm Vikas. I'm a PT trainer here at Bangalore, India. Today we're going to learn some methods and techniques with which you could score full marks for the fill in the blanks question type of the listening section. Now guys, this is really important that you learn to manage time with the listening section because you have to get to the most important section of the listening, which is right from dictation. So make sure you manage your time. I have provided plenty of methods that you could use to finish your questions on time. I've also explained with an example so you could practice along and leave comments below. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to leave a comment. If you found the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Alright guys, let's get started. So today we're going to learn some awesome methods, tips and techniques that we could use to get full marks with the fill in the blanks question type of the listening section. Before we dive in, let's just understand how you will be judged. The scoring will be based on content and spellings. Now, when I say spellings, different people use different kinds of spelling when it comes to particular words. For example, color. According to British English, the spelling of color is C-O-L-O-U-R. However, in the US, it's spelled as C-O-L-O-R. No matter what you use, the whole purpose is that you remain consistent. So if you are filling the word color in two different places, just make sure that you either stick to the US format or stick to the British format. Anything is okay as long as you're consistent. Any kind of inconsistency in your spellings will lead to deduction in marks. Alright, so before we dive into some other techniques, just make sure that you don't spend more than 1 or 2 minutes. Before we go deeper into the method, I'd like you to have a look at the fill in the blanks example. So here's what your question type will look like. Alright, so you will hear a recording type the missing words in each blank. So here's the recording. I will play it in the later half of this lecture. This is what your fill in the blanks paragraph will look like, right? So wherever you have these blanks, you will have to fill them up with the words from the lecture. Okay, so I will give you time to practice with this example. Let's just go ahead. So the first step to fill in the blanks is that you quickly glance the text to get a brief idea of the topic. The reason why this is really important is because once you understand what the text is about and once you get a brief idea of the topic, you will be able to predict the words more accurately. Right, because if the lecture is about history or if the text is about history, you'll know that you will get words pertaining to history. Now step 2 is that you type directly. The reason why I'm asking you to type directly is because you don't have to take your eyes off your screen when you're typing directly, right? So at any point in time, guys, the important aspect with fill in the blanks is that you don't take your eyes off the screen. Even if you're writing it down, just make sure your eyes are on the screen and you could just quickly scribble something on the notebook. So you can always refer back to it, make changes accordingly. In case you'd like to practice typing and you'd like to upskill yourself, you could start by placing your left index finger on the letter F and the right index finger on the letter J. And no matter what you type, just try to reach out with the rest of the fingers, right? Like if you're trying to type in, say, Y, you could use your right index finger. If you're trying to type T, you could use your left index finger. So, and you could use your thumb to use the space bar. Why I'm trying to tell you this is regardless of your PTE examination, this will be a true life skill, guys. So make sure you learn typing. In case you're not comfortable with it, like I told, just don't take your eyes off the screen. You could quickly write it down on your notebook, the notepad that's given to you. Okay, the step 3 is, of course, just quickly check for any spelling or grammatical mistakes, especially singular and plural forms. Okay, books, book, things like that. Like I said, color, C-O-L-O-U-R, C-O-L-O-R, labor, right? And then the last step is, of course, read the whole paragraph once to double check. When you read the whole paragraph along with your missing words, the ones that you filled, just make sure that you've just make sure it makes sense to you, right? It should sound like one whole paragraph. Now that you guys know the methods, let's quickly switch to the fill in the blanks. If you'd like to pause the video at any moment, please feel free ahead and go ahead and do it. Please leave comments with the missing words. I'll correct you if you're wrong. If you have any questions or queries, please do drop a note below. All right, I hope you guys are ready. Just making some more adjustments here.
A huge, deadly wildfire that burned for weeks and threatened the Yosemite National Park in California has finally been contained. The Ferguson fire has burned through nearly 97,000 acres, 39,250 hectares of land to the southwest of the park since the 13th of July. More than 3,000 firefighters have battled the blaze. 2 have been killed and 19 injured. Most of Yosemite's tourist areas have now reopened. Their closure, mainly due to smoke blowing into the park, damaged the local economy during peak tourist season. The Ferguson fire is one of several wildfires that have raged across California in recent weeks. But cooler weather and calmer winds have helped give fire crews the upper hand, officials said. The weather is helping the fires to lay down and the firefighters are able to get better containment lines around them, said Cool Fire spokeswoman Lynette Round.
Awesome. I hope you guys were able to make a note of the missing words. If you'd like to practice again, just go back and rewind and practice once again. You will have several practice videos on YouTube. Please feel free to make use of them. Practice as much as you can. Take a couple of mock tests. I've told you in the earlier videos how you can go about booking some free mock tests before you go ahead and book your exams. So I hope you found this video useful. Have a look at the methods once again. Again, guys, if you have any questions or queries, please feel free to contact me via email, WhatsApp, or just leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. This is Vikas signing off for PTE lectures. Thank you, guys. I hope you found this video useful. You guys have a great day ahead.